um, even if people been following me before my videos got deleted off of YouTube, and I never did save them to anything. And once they delete the stuff, you can't pull it back up. It's gone. And I don't save it in my phone because it takes up so much storage. So I really needed to put it like on some kind of chip or disc or something. But a lot of my videos are always been saying how the black woman is the church. And the Creator says in that Bible, it's demonic, it's written by Masons, but you have to know how to precept for precept, line for line, and you'll figure out what the truth is in that puzzled up book. And especially when you get the other books and read it, that's the puzzle. It's like pieces everywhere, and they gave us this book, which is nothing but a piece of something. And that's why I used to read it and be like, it's just funny how it was written. It's Shakespeare. You got to figure it out, and it's like even when you read Shakespeare in school and whatnot, you had to figure out what he was talking about because it's not straight out written in there. You have to look at his words and how he worded it, the wordplay, to figure out what he was really saying. Not just by what you're reading, because then some of the words he used, you better know the meaning of it or you're confused. But this was a video I just shared to some of my friends, and I can't load up anything on Facebook right now. And then YouTube be talking about some copyright. What's a copyright chart? It's like I'm not claiming anything. You can see who's on this video. You can see who this is and who video it is, and I'm just sharing it. People that make up these policies be killing me. But to me, if no matter how anybody speaks it, they talk about Lilith. I haven't read on that yet, but it's believable. How she was the first black goddess and whatnot, and how Satan was in love with her, and the Most High took her away and made him jealous, and that's why he did what he did to Eve. He bewitched her, put witchcraft on Eve for her to do what she did, just bite the apple and have sex with him. So my point is like women are first, because that's why he said, "I want man to love the church," which is the woman, and now they put the church in instead of the woman. Because they want us to feel that we are nothing and they are the shit because they have a dick and some balls and they're stronger, but they've never been smarter than us, and you wonder why. Now you really know why, because we was the first and they came from us. And really, when it comes down to it, you're never gonna be better than the original. You can never be the original. You'll be part of. But I guess that's why one thing women are smart, and they say that, and they always said black women is the smartest when it comes to the brain. If people that have been following me have not been seeing that everything I said has come to pass, and other people that's speaking on other things in different ways still proving what I say. It's scary when I'm right, but sometimes I love it when the right, especially when people come and prove it. I love it. It's like, yes. It's just common sense, and I be trying to get people to read and they can see where I'm coming from. I'm not the one that's going to give you a Bible verse and all this. Where is that? Read it. And read the books that's out of it. Pull this stuff up. Pull the books that they took out. Read them. There's a good bit of them. It's very interesting. It's better than television. It really is. It's interesting. If you want to entertain yourself with some truth. Figure it out. But since we was the first, my thing is, and I believe it was all spoken to be. In the same way that they say that he made Yahusha, who they call Jesus, um, he put a seed into Mary, and I believe he put a seed into Eve, and that's how she had Adam. And I had broke this down on my last page. I don't know if it's on this page or not, my Facebook page, but I might put it back on there. But I was breaking it down how Eve is the beginning, because it was evening first before it was day. And how they like to say New Year's Eve is like the first day of the year, which we know that's not really the first day of the year. That's not really New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve start really in March, somewhere like that, March, April. But what else? And also what Eve means. I think that means life, birth. Yes, the Creator gave us life, woman life, but we also produce life. We have the child birth, and the man has the seed, the spirit. We carry the flesh and blood, and then the spirit is with the blood. That's why it's good to be careful who you lay down with, women and men. Because they test the spirit. And this baptism thing, I think I already said that in one of my videos, how I really believe when they speaking about the water, you have to be born again, the water and the spirit, because I keep trying to pull up born again in the Old Testament, where they speak of the Old Testament, New Testament is totally different, and I didn't see it, but they didn't pull it up, because I'm wondering what this born again really is, because I'm feeling like born again is making yourself vessels to be possessed. Because that New Testament, some of it, I believe, like pieces, but a lot of that is devil worshiping, is demon worshiping, jinn worshiping, not wanting to obey his laws, and not all of them, like he said, and not to break one. I mean, that's in the New Testament, but it's even say to obey his commandments in the New Testament. But the trickery of how it's written, the word play, make it very demonic. Especially pleading on his blood and knowing that he's a jinn and his name was not Jesus and he wasn't white. The only thing that was white was Nephilims, and white people do not come from black women. White people come from a black man, a red man, Esau, having sex with the spirits those in those caves that he went to. And that's why they came out looking like the cavemen that they show us, but they looking real crazy. They wasn't no, and they probably looked it worse than that, because they kept having to mix into the human bloodline to look as decent as they are. But their skin is light, still white. They can't get it dark because of mixing of the blood. The Nephilims made white babies. Esau was albino. It's not the same color. Not Esau. Noah was an albino. And Noah and albino is a different color than white. And it's a whole different bloodline. We so mixed up right now in the blood. Like a video I was sharing about this young lady. She sounded like she from the South, and sounded like she from McIntosh. She sounded geeky. But she was explaining how the sun has to recognize you, and when he said that he come again, when he judge again, he's gonna judge by fire. How he'll get that fire? We thinking that we going to hell and burn, and then at the same time he does say he's gonna burn up everything on this earth. But what the young lady was speaking of, she was saying that when the sun comes, for you not to burn up, the sun must recognize you, who you are. That's why it's called a sun people. And if your blood is all filled with metal, sulfur, mixed blood with all kind of other nations, the sun is not going to recognize you. The sun, the earth, and the chosen people, Israel, the sun will recognize in flesh and in spirit, because the Creator made it all, everything. Everything the Creator made is of His Spirit, and the Spirit's gonna recognize the Spirit, like the real recognize the real. Then they got us eating all kind of stuff and messing with our blood by what we eat. Then got us mixing sexually outside your nation. We don't even know what we are now. Only thing I can say, the darker the skin, like they say, the sweeter the berry. And that means a lot more to me right now than what they used to say back then. Darker the skin, at least you know you black, you're Israelite, you don't have no Nephilim DNA. You should hope. That's why the Bible tell you to go back 3 times, 3 generations to get the blood back right. You preach to your kids that's probably mixed. If you didn't know better, teach them the right thing, what to do. Go back Israelite, go back black, get the blood back right. Get that mixed Nephilim blood up out of your system, your blood system, and get your bloodline and your people back right and obeying His commandments. And that's also a blood transfusion, obeying Him. And let Him do that blood transfusion, because nobody is controlled how they got here sexually. You didn't control your mother and father having sex and having you, especially being mixed. And He knows that all you have to do is just obey His commandments. You won't be able to do all of them here in this slave land, because even white people are slaves, mixed people are slaves. Then you got our sellouts, because they don't want to be a slave. But I'd rather be a slave than sell out. Because in the long run, like He said, it don't matter. Don't fear what they can do to your flesh. Fear what He can do to your spirit. Because you being tormented in spirit and burning and dying and burning up in your spirit, and that's worse than the flesh. At least the flesh will die off or burn away, but your spirit is forever burning. Especially if there's really a hell, because that's how it's explained, is forever burning. And I'm missing a chain and another chain, and looking at this one, and I'm like, my daughter gave me this, I just not taking it off, and I'm scared to lose it because I put it down. I'm so just bobbly with everything going on. My mind is always running. I'm always thinking about what's going on with the Lord's Word and how to explain things and how to think about, how to make a video and talk about some things, get people's minds to thinking. Even though they're not going to tell me about my views, but it's like they keep shutting your videos down and your channel down or whatever, and you got to get your subscribers back up and try to keep the same name. I changed it to Jubilee from Jubilee because I actually wanted the Y instead of the J, because it's never been a Y. So I know it's going to be a minute for me to get my subscribers back up on YouTube. I'm saying the same thing. They just keep shutting me down until it's like, make you want to quit. But I can't. Can't quit. Can't quit. Because to me, this is just too juicy. It's when we just read that Bible right and start going off what our grandparents and everybody else taught us, because we feeling like, oh, they in heaven, I'm going to see them again. You might not. Or you're going to see them in hell because you follow their ways of the Gentiles that they was taught by their grandparents and great-grand and great-great-grand. They pretty much feared us into sinning. They put fear in us and caused us to sin by doing what they tell us to do, taking on their beliefs, their religions, by hiding the truth, and giving you their lies, their beliefs. I can't really say it's lies, too important, but it's a lie, because I'd be damned if you make me into a devil demon worshiper, which I was, going to churches and talking about some Jesus. But He said you're going to wake up and repent from that and obey. Trust and obey. Wake up. And I hope I'm not saying the same thing over and over, because I just, huh. You have to understand the spirit is in you. Spirit is in your blood. That's why they say the kingdom is in you. The spirit is in you. I don't know how to explain it even no better than that. That's just like you having a child and that child come out like you and the father. So if you get with somebody, you want to be of the same yoke, same spirit, same belief. And you wonder why everybody coming out so crazy, and really we got so many different religions and people don't even believe right now. They just think about money, 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 and living good and boom, boom, boom. But they don't understand all this shit gonna come to an end. All this hard work and getting all this materialistic stuff is gonna be a waste of time. You wasting time if you don't obey his commandments. You wasting time by not at least trying to get ready for whatever they finna do with this shot. I want to go to Texas, because Texas say they not finna push this shot on you. You're gonna be able to do whatever you want to do like usual, and you don't have to have no card saying you had the shot, because they know it's bull. Somebody in Texas is just a real real white person. Like, look, I'm racist, but god dang it, we ain't finna be going through this here. So you know they racists up there everywhere in all these states. They not gonna allow nobody to get these states if they probably not in the KKK. But everybody have their own mind, even in devil worshiping. Shit, everybody have their own mind. I need to get this braided up so I can keep going. Get it braided up, cause this thing be dreading on its own. And when I used to have a perm, it'd dread on the ends, because you never put the perm no more at the ends of the hair. But if that perm fades away and the hair go back to being itself, and it started dreading. It dreaded up on me. I had to cut all my hair off. I just started wearing a low cut for a while. And so when I started reading again, and I said, stop cutting my hair, because they tell you not to cut your hair. And I actually like it. I never went natural before. I actually like it. I put all them chemicals on my brain, and I can think. Cause a lot of this stuff is to keep you from thinking. A lot of this stuff they have us doing to keep us from waking up. That's why they give us stuff in our food to keep our health down. And when you're not healthy, you can't think good. Just everything's deliberate, because they don't want us to wake up. And that's why they pushing this shot with this chip in it, because they want to control your thinking. They don't want they fear the awakening, because they know the awakening will usher the Most High in. And that's why I keep making videos, because I'm ready to go home. I'm tired of all of this killing. I'm tired of this racism. I'm tired of this white folks court system. You know, it's not fair. It's unnecessary, because I'm a good girl. I stay out y'all way. Stay out y'all way. I'm just broke. And it's like they aim at the broke. And then especially when I saw a video on that on TikTok and it pointed straight to me. They pulled me over for no reason. They gave me a ticket for a expired tag, and it's not against the law to have a expired tag. Talking about my lights, and nothing wrong with my lights. Nothing wrong with my lights. Cracked windshield. Okay, I get it done. I got so many days to get it done, and you can't stop me about that. It's petty. Use petty stuff against the poor. They know you poor. They see you broke. They saw me in this ragged behind truck. They know this, but want to bother you because you poor. These people are not human. They care more about a dog than you.